good flavor and aroma, combined with the stimulant caffeine, have helped to make coffee one of the most popular drinks in the world. 1/3 of the world's population drinks coffee, and more people drink coffee than any other beverage except tea. Coffee is prepared by brewing the roasted and ground beans of a coffee tree in water. It takes at least 20 steps to get from a coffee tree to a steaming cup of coffee. There are at least 60 species, or types, of coffee tree in the world. Because the coffee tree requires a warm climate and plenty of moisture, it is grown in the tropical areas of the world. Since the mid-1800s, Brazil has been the foremost coffee-growing nation. Other Latin American countries, particularly Colombia, are also major producers of coffee. The trees are also grown in Indonesia and the African countries of Côte d'Ivoire and Ethiopia. Two varieties of the coffee tree, Arabica and Robusta, account for almost all of the world's production of coffee. Arabica is the most popular because it has more flavor and fragrance than Robusta. Arabica is grown in Central and South America, the Caribbean, and Indonesia. Robusta, on the other hand, is grown mainly in Africa. It has gained importance because it is resistant to disease and useful in making instant coffee. An ordinary cup of coffee contains about 150 milligrams of caffeine, a chemical substance found naturally in coffee beans. Caffeine stimulates, or arouses to greater activity, the heart muscles as well as the central nervous system. For some people, drinking a cup of coffee in the evening makes it difficult for them to fall asleep. Although there are side effects associated with drinking coffee, coffee is not considered harmful to the average adult. However, young children should not drink it. Which of the following is not a reason why coffee is popular? A. Good flavor and aroma. B. Caffeine content. C. Helps people fall asleep. D. More people drink coffee than any other beverage except tea. While coffee does contain caffeine, which can stimulate the central nervous system and heart muscles, it is not generally considered to help people fall asleep. In fact, for some people, drinking coffee in the evening can make it difficult for them to fall asleep due to the stimulating effects of caffeine. How many steps are involved in the process of making coffee from a coffee tree? A. 5 to 10 steps. B. 10 to 15 steps. C. 15 to 20 steps. D. At least 20 steps. The process of making coffee from a coffee tree involves at least 20 steps, including harvesting the coffee cherries, removing the outer layers to reveal the beans, roasting the beans, grinding the beans, and brewing the coffee by adding the ground beans to hot water. How many species of coffee tree are there in the world? A. 10 to 20. B. 20 to 30. C. 30 to 40. D. At least 60. There are at least 60 species of coffee tree in the world. These include the Arabica and Robusta varieties, which are the most widely cultivated and account for almost all of the world's production of coffee. In which countries is the coffee tree primarily grown? A. Europe and North America. B. Central and South America, the Caribbean, and Indonesia. C. Africa and Indonesia. D. South America and Africa. Coffee trees require a warm, humid climate to grow, so they are primarily grown in tropical regions of the world. Brazil is the leading producer of coffee, with other major producers including Colombia, Indonesia, Côte d'Ivoire, and Ethiopia, Arabica, the most popular variety of coffee tree, is grown in Central and South America, the Caribbean, and Indonesia, while Robusta, which is resistant to disease and useful in making instant coffee, is mainly grown in Africa. Which of the following is not true about caffeine in coffee? A. Caffeine is a chemical substance found naturally in coffee beans. B. Caffeine stimulates the heart muscles and central nervous system. C. Coffee is harmful to young children. D. Caffeine can make it difficult for some people to fall asleep. While caffeine can stimulate the heart muscles and central nervous system, coffee is not considered harmful to the average adult. However, young children should not drink coffee due to the stimulating effects of caffeine. In fact, an ordinary cup of coffee contains about 150 milligrams of caffeine. Some people may find it difficult to fall asleep after drinking coffee in the evening due to the stimulating effects of caffeine.